People have an extremely restricted store of will and discipline. Our capacities to focus are getting shorter. Your capacity to center is seriously constrained. However, continuing consideration on an undertaking is vital for the accomplishment your objectives. As per an Adobe report, the normal desk specialist goes through around 6 hours every day on email. That doesn't check other online interruptions. The quantity of interruptions and interferences that needs your consideration progressively can be overpowering. Interruptions come in two fundamental sorts, which Daniel Goleman clarifies in Focus: the hidden power of excellence, tangible interruptions, things occurring around you, and enthusiastic interruptions, your internal exchange, contemplations about things occurring in your life. Cal Newport, an educator at Georgetown University and writer of 5 personal growth books, thinks the capacity to remain centered will be the superpower of the 21st century. In Deep Work, he contends that center is the new IQ. Your capacity to center endures when your cell phone blares, squints, or pushes red numbers in your face. You lose focus and are compelled to begin once again despite the fact that you figure your assignment will complete. It takes more time to finish. You may invest a great deal of energy yet accomplish almost no, since you would never accumulate enough thoughtfulness regarding be profoundly profitable. Notices are intended to catch your consideration and make a desire to move quickly. Be that as it may, how frequently are any of these interferences really dire? Never. Mood killer: the triggers. Warnings are murdering your capacity to center. The net is intended to be an interference framework, a machine equipped to isolating consideration. Nicholas Carr clarifies in his book The Shallows what the internet is doing to our brains. We enthusiastically acknowledge the loss of fixation and center, the division of our consideration and the discontinuity of our musings, as a byproduct of the abundance of convincing or if nothing else occupying data we get, says Carr. The cerebrum's hankering for curiosity, consistent incitement, and quick satisfaction makes something many refer to as an impulse circle. An impulse circle is a constant, structured chain of exercises that will be rehashed to increase a neurochemical prize, for example, the arrival of dopamine. Our minds have complex prize hardware that can without much of a stretch be activated by a convergence of satisfying input. We need increasingly more to get a similar impact. In the event that you don't intentionally break the impulse, and the desire to remain educated continuously, you will think that it's difficult to amplify profound work. While a few people can undoubtedly get past the day with numerous accomplishments ticked off their rundown, others appear to achieve almost no due to consideration spills. Tony Schwartz, creator of The Way Where Working Isn't Working, clarifies, unending access to new data likewise effectively overburdens our working memory. At the point when we arrive at intellectual overburden, our capacity to move figuring out how to long-haul memory altogether break down. Maybe our cerebrum has become a full cup of water and much else filled it begins to spill out. With such huge numbers of errands and interruptions pulling you in such a large number of headings, it can set aside some effort to concentrate on the significant and earnest undertakings that need your most extreme consideration. The associations between focusing, sifting through impedance, and recalling are basic to your drawn-out progress. Begin building mindful limit. Consideration is a muscle. It must be worked out. Pledge to rehearses like journaling, contemplation, exercise, and taking intentional breaks can manufacture and extend your mindful limit after some time. These exercises bolster your capacity to coordinate your center, sift through interruptions, and deal with your feelings. Their interests in your capacity to work at top viability. It pays to improve your capacity to center. Centered procedures, for example, daily agendas, timetables, and schedule updates can assist you with keeping focused. Performing multiple tasks is a consideration-devastating practice. Your mind was never intended to perform various tasks well. Research shows that we can't perform multiple tasks. We are naturally unequipped for preparing consideration-rich sources of info at the same time. While inconsequential errands requiring insignificant intellectual exertion can be acted in equal, really important work require a significantly more extraordinary degree of core interest. Performing various tasks can bring about critical wasteful aspects as you switch settings and lose center before coming back to a more profound degree of thought. No matter how you look at it, performing multiple tasks brings down profitability. Be that as it may, if performing multiple tasks doesn't work, for what reason do you do it so often? It makes you all the more sincerely fulfilled as it makes you less gainful, says Eric Barker, creator of Barking Up the Wrong Tree, the surprising science behind why everything you know about success is mostly wrong. Calendar clear space for purposeful speculation to renew your store of consideration. Secure your time and deal with your time like a speculation portfolio. This unavoidably implies you will disillusion others, every one of whom accept their issue as deserving of your restricted time. In all actuality, you can't meet each demand from companions, family, and partners at work. You need time for yourself to concentrate on your profitable work. Furthermore, when you've set aside a few minutes for yourself, hinder all interruptions and interferences that may break your stream. Forestalling spills resembles disposing of superfluous costs. It's useful for your money, yet you should go past that and put resources into items with the best yields. Thus, you should contribute your consideration on things with the best yields. Decide to be not so much receptive but rather more deliberate about where you contribute your consideration. To improve adequacy, choose the prior night on the most significant thing you need to achieve the following morning. Set out to really utilize your initial not many hours without interference. You could work in runs. Challenge yourself to work at stretch on just a single thing. 60 to an hour and a half of centered work without interference functions admirably for me each morning. I take 15 minutes break between runs to re-establish vitality. You can make an astounding movement in how any errand is finished by thinking about where you need to put your consideration. Start each day with an arrangement and focus on it. Own your consideration. An absence of responsibility for can just make you burn through valuable time.